Hi, it's me, Adrian Kudal, and I'm trying to have a different setup here. Um, I decided to get this StarCraft 2 game, this video game involved. I don't know if you can see much of it. Right now, there's a lot of space on my camera's lens. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crop it and I'm gonna make it small and everything like that. So again, yeah, I am Adrian Kudal. I've been doing this vlog for quite some time now, and by the grace of God, I'm able to function. Um, I'm thankful that I don't have to do this all the time because it can be painful in the brain. It can be painful in the head. All these products, all these productions. Um, because really, the thing about it is that I also did writing, right? I did a lot of caption on my Instagram, and then next thing you know, I'm writing. I'm writing all the time, and like right now, I'm very tired right now. But I'm thankful, like I said, I'm thankful that I'm able to take a break for at least 10 days, and I need that much break. Um, and my Instagram is kind of odd because I don't think people really read my writing. But what happened was that what I noticed is that my reels are getting good numbers, you know. And what's quite surprising is that the people who don't follow me are the ones who watch my reels, because there's a option in Instagram where you can see the data, you can see the statistics of what's going on with your uploads, reels, perhaps stories. So I have some idea where my Instagram is headed, or where my social media is headed, but I can't really be sure of it, because sometimes my uploads do well, and there are times when it doesn't do well. So you know, I'm not trying to be desperate, um, but I do see a consistent pattern. I can tell right now what people like, and that's basically a lot of Tim Hortons. Um, but I don't want to give up on this vlog. If I don't get too many numbers on my vlog, it's not like I'm gonna give up or anything like that. Um, because at the same time, my vlogs are really simple. Like when I went to Mississauga on Sunday, you know, I knew that that could be a content. Um, travel sells, right? Travel can be a content. So, I was thinking that, I was bored, or I felt unfulfilled, during the day. And I thought I could drive far and just, you know, look at other places. So, I did a reel there. I cropped that reel, and that's what I'm planning to do with my products now, especially with videos. I'm trying to crop them. I think there's an importance to crop them, So, but like right behind me is StarCraft 2. Um, I have stopped playing. I haven't played in a long time. I stopped because my wrists were hurting. Both my wrists are painful due to the mouse use, the keyboard. It got injured, But it's funny because when I look at other people's vlog or their podcast, they have something in the background. So I was like, I really gotta, I really gotta make adjustments with mine. I gotta improve with mine. But at the same time, like I said, it's not guaranteed that people are gonna watch it. I can only be fashionable or what have you, but the numbers, the people are gonna view it doesn't ultimately guarantee. But it is what it is. Like if I understand it's simple, I understand that you know I've run out of things to say. Um, like I had an idea, through reading the newspaper or web articles. I learned that a lot of people are living below poverty line. So what I tried to do was to look poor, and I did a statement on Threads. I said that I'm basically a beer nut. Um, because in a recession, I learned this while I learned this at Xerox Canada when I was working there. When you're in a recession, you don't wear expensive things because that would scare people, right? Like, people would be like, oh, I'm already broke. I don't want to buy another Louis Vuitton. But the recession can be weird, because people no longer have money, but then here comes the casino. The casino will say, if you roll the dice, you will win money. And people get, they get tricked. They get tricked on that. So a lot go to the casino, gamble, and then lose more money, right? So, but the way I was taught, or the way that I learned it at Xerox, is that if it's a poor economy, if it's a poor country, then look poor. Because I was taught that Canada is not a rich country. And you noticed this just yesterday, when they had that stock market crash in Japan. Everyone was scared. Um, because the thing with Ontario is that it depends on the United States, because the United States is the number one, is its number one customer for the province. So if the US slow down, then Ontario will also slow down, right? And slowing down basically means that there's gonna be layoffs and everything like that. But for some reason, like, I don't know how they did it, but today it rebounded. It improved. Because everyone was expecting a crash. Because Japan had theirs and everything like that. But last night was a collective effort. I think it was a global effort to basically save Japan and save all the recessions and depressions and everything like that. But we're still not out of the woods. No one knows what's gonna happen tomorrow. The thing with the stock market is it's a lot of data, and then once you have these successful countries fail, then it can affect the U.S. and once the U.S. is affected globally, it becomes a global problem. I even saw a couple of days ago in China where 40 banks of some certain city have lost all their money, and you see the people, they're trying to barge through, because they're trying to pick up their last dime and everything like that. So we very much live in a, very uncertain time. Even with the election in the U.S., everyone believes that Donald Trump is the right guy for it. But then here comes the Democrat. Next thing you know, Harris Wayne. Like it's really it's messed up. You have this war in Ukraine. You have this war with Hamas and the Israeli. There's a lot of chaos right now. And I can see the problem also is that the exposure, the things that are being reported can affect it can make you problematic. Whereas if there's no social media, if there's no technology for taping or recording these horrendous stuff, then you would feel better, right? But the thing with social media is that you don't find the news find you. So as soon as you turn on YouTube, everything is exposed to you, right? And it can be scary. Like, oh wow, everywhere, there's problems everywhere in the world. Because it wasn't like in the 90s, 80s or the 90s. You don't really know what's going on across the ocean, right? Like you only know your local neighborhood or your community or Toronto. But now, the stuff in Bangladesh, it's recorded. In the UK, they also have riots, and it can make you feel sad. Like it can intimidate you. But I hope that we can only basically hope for better things. Like if there's gonna be a recession, it's gonna be a huge problem. But I'm glad that globally everyone made a contribution and kind of slowed down the meltdown. Because on Monday night they were saying there's gonna be a meltdown, everything meltdown, and I was like, oh wow. And everyone was saying that on Tuesday morning, we're doomed on Tuesday morning. But I'm glad that when I turned on the news this morning, I was like, oh, Japan rebounded. So I was like, all right, and then that's a good thing, I just hope that, especially the U.S., because at this point, Donald Trump is the winner. But when you go to your voting machine, the voting machine will say something else, and then you see Harris will win. And they were saying that the problem with the U.S. economy was caused by Joe Biden. Joe Biden didn't manage it properly. The Democrats didn't do their job in a good manner. And it's not like with Donald Trump where he's a billionaire or he knows these money problems. But I really don't know, I also read that the U.S. is going to debt like $1 trillion for 100 days. For every 100 days, 1 trillion is being added to the debt. So it's really out of control. So I'm not surprised if a recession will not surprise me. So anyway, I apologize if I wasn't that informative. Again, I don't have much events in my life. I try to be a simple man because I'm not a rich person. I try to be simple because I want to save my money. That's really the criteria there, is to save, right? And I hope you save your money too. You don't want to recession yourself. Anyway, bye. Thanks for listening, and next time again. Bye.